Hi guys, firstly before I start this tutorial I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel. I've almost hit 100 subscribers, so thank you so much guys, and for everyone that has shared my videos I really appreciate it. Everyone that's liked my videos, thank you so much for your support. So in today's tutorial we are going to be making this delicious chocolate overload basket cake, where we're going to be making these chocolate barks as well. This is a really simple cake to make, so this is perfect if you want to make something for Christmas but you don't have too much time on the dessert. So to make our actual chocolate base we are going to need a foil. So I've purchased this aluminium foil. It's a cheap disposable foil you can purchase from any supermarket. You can get them in lots of different sizes, so I'm just using a kind of mediumish round and these small little ones as well. So once you've got your foil, you're going to add your chocolate. You're either going to have to temper your chocolate, but if you don't know how to temper your chocolate, make sure that the chocolate that you're melting does say compound chocolate on it. That way when you put it in the fridge it will firm up again. So tempering chocolate is one way, and if not then make sure you're just using the compound chocolate, and then you're just going to use a spatula and just make like a rough coat, because we are going to do two coats. So the first one is just basically cover up as much of the foil as you can, and then on the second coat we're going to go through it again. So once you've run your spatula through, you're going to get a piece of napkin, and you're just going to clear off the sides if you get too much chocolate on the corners. So you're just going to get a dry paper towel and just go through it and just neaten it up, and then pop it in the fridge for about 5 minutes. With the smaller ones, all I'm doing is just using a pastry brush, and then just brushing on the chocolate and covering up all the sides. I'm only going to do one coat on my little bowls today, but if you are new to using chocolate, I'd recommend to do two coats. That way you'll have more of a firmer chocolate. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just doing a one coat, but I definitely recommend to do two coats. So you'll pop it in the fridge for about 5 minutes and then do another coat, just to thicken up your chocolate. Now, while they're sitting in the fridge, all you're doing is you're getting a pastry brush, a piece of baking paper, and all I'm doing is just brushing the chocolate. And this is just going to give us like barks with like those lines of the pastry brush going in and out. It's just going to give us more of that natural bark look. So all I'm doing is just brushing the chocolate. Now, the more chocolate you put, the thicker it's going to be. I'm going for fairly thin today, so I'm just going to now pop this in the fridge for it to firm up for a little bit. You can even leave it on the table, it only takes 5 minutes to firm up. Now I've got baking paper again, and now I'm going to just pour some chocolate on the baking paper. I'm going to put another baking paper on top of it, and you're going to press that baking paper on the top, and then you're going to use either a rolling pin, or I'm using a spatula, and then all you're going to do is just gently brush it kind of against the chocolate and just push the chocolate out. Now again, this is up to you how thin you want to do it. So if you don't move your spatula a lot, you're going to get a thicker piece of chocolate. The more you kind of press it against, you're going to get a thinner piece of chocolate. Once you've got to the thickness that you want, you're just going to fold over your baking paper, and the bigger your folds are going to be, that's the size, that's going to be the thickness of your chocolate barks. Once you've folded them through, you're going to pop it in the fridge for about 10 minutes to firm up. So as you can see, just folding them through. Now put it in the fridge for about 10 minutes to firm up, and that will firm up in the fridge, and then we'll use it later. So now my chocolate has firmed up. It's only been in the fridge for 5 minutes. You don't want it to be completely set. You just want the chocolate to be firm, so when you touch it doesn't stick on your hands. And then you're going to do the second coat. So I've had my first coat only in the fridge for 5 minutes. And then when you're going through your second coat, you're going to go all around the sides and do your second coat. And this is going to basically thicken our basket. So it's going to be very stable and easy to work with and very easy to remove because of this second coat. Now pop it in the fridge for about 10 minutes to completely harden. After 10 minutes, it'll be nice and firm, and then all you're going to do is first just gently release the sides of the foil. That's just so air can go inside, and it's kind of going to already help you release it. Once you have, then just get a little sharp knife or a pair of scissors and just make a little cut just to kind of help you start the removing the foil. And all you're going to do is just gently remove the entire foil. Do it slowly because you don't want to crack your basket here, because 2 coats is nice. Some people prefer to do 2, 3, 4 coats, but just do it slowly so that way you don't break your chocolate case. And then you're going to remove it, which is it's very, very simple. So it will only take you a minute or two to remove it, and that's our chocolate case removed. And you're going to do the same thing with the foils. Now remember, I've only done 1 coat, so they're very thin, so I'd recommend you to do 2 coats. So that's removing our little foils. Now we're going to add a filling. Now you can use any filling that you like. You can use ganache, you can use buttercream frosting, you can use caramel sauce, whatever you like. I'm just using Nutella, which I've stirred in some chopped roasted hazelnuts in there. Then we're going to pop in our cake. Now this is just a store-bought cake which I got from my supermarket. And see around the gaps we've got a bit of we've got like a little kind of gap between the cake and the case. I'm adding some more Nutella, and that's just to close that little area. So again, I've just melted some Nutella in the microwave, and I've just added some chopped roasted hazelnuts in there. But you can use any spread that you like, so whatever you want to use, you can work around with that. Once you've done that, now I've used a second cake, but I've cut off the dome, the top part of it, so I've kind of made it more flat. And now I'm just adding in some strawberries. You don't have to cut your cake, but I just cut it so it's a little bit more smaller. And then all you're doing is you're adding strawberries on the sides. If you want, now this cake isn't going to be traveling anywhere, but if this cake was going to be traveling, then what you would do is use a bit of chocolate or ganache or Nutella, or whatever you're using to stick on those strawberries so they don't fall around. Now here's those barks that we made earlier. Obviously they've set completely. And see how they're really thin? I preferred them thin, but if you wanted them thicker, just keep running the chocolate a few times over them. And now you're just going to stick them in wherever you want on the cake. So just find places that you think looks nice, and then just put them in wherever you like. Now these are the other ones that we had folded over in the baking paper. So as you can see, they have set as well, and all you're doing is just opening up the baking paper, and then they just gently come apart, and they're all different shapes and sizes. So these are really, really, really easy to make, and they look very nice because they're going to go with the theme. If you want to break them, you can break them now. You could do whatever you want now with them. If you wanted to add a bit more color, you can drizzle some white chocolate over them. So now all you're going to do is going to get your chocolate barks that we made, and you can just place them around wherever you want. So you can put them in areas, you can stick them on the actual fruit if you want. And now my fruit, I have just placed them on top of the cake because I'm not traveling with it anyway. But if you are traveling, I'd recommend that you use your frosting or whatever you are to stick on the fruit on the actual cake. So that is pretty much how to make this really simple chocolate dessert cake. Now obviously, because the cake was bought and we're only using some strawberries and those chocolate decorations took less than 10 minutes to make, you can have this cake ready in less than half an hour, and naturally that's why I bought the cake, because it's just so much more quicker. So you can change it up completely. So if you wanted to and you didn't want to use the chocolate barks that I've made, you can add some chocolate straws in there that you can purchase, and now you can dust it with some icing sugar. So I'm just drizzling on some icing sugar on it just to give it a bit of colour. And then you can also add those 2 little cups that I've made. I've just stuck them on the side, so you can use a bit of chocolate to glue them on, or a bit of Nutella, which I've just used a little bit of Nutella, and that will stick the chocolate baskets there as well. So it's a very, very, very easy cake to make. It's perfect for Christmas. So if you have a dinner at your house or lunch at your house and you want an easy dessert that's going to impress everyone, I definitely recommend to make this cake. Or even if you're going somewhere and you want to take something, this cake is so simple to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give me a like. For more videos, please subscribe to my channel, and if you enjoyed it, please share this video with your friends. Thanks so much guys for watching. Oh, and also if you do want to, when you cut the cake, I'd recommend that the knife that you use, make sure you run it in hot water so the blade is kind of hot. So when the blade is hot, it's really easy for it to slide. It almost like slides through the case, so it's very easy to cut, and that's why I only did 2 coats, because if you do more coats, the case base will be too thick. So as you can see, I've had my knife in warm water, so when I cut through it, it just goes nice and smooth, and it cuts very, very, very easily. And that's because the blade is warm and it's kind of melting the chocolate as it's cutting through. So definitely do that to cut the cake. Obviously when you cut this cake, you're just going to get a plate full of chocolate and fruit, and everything's going to be happening all over the plate. So thanks so much guys for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll hope you tune in for my next video. Thanks guys, bye.